instability. Alright. Okay.
I hear you. Take your time. Sands guide you.
Cool winds, an outcast's trove. I trust you appreciate that. Silla.
How can I advise you? Thank you.
What? Here we are. This could be useful.
Desecrated wherever. Rockets, wins that, and guess.
Stay inside. I hear you.
Animal! Here it comes! Slow him down! Need a sec.
I'm gonna do that. I'm using my computer. I'll tell you what, man, you be good and I'll go or something. I'll try to go to bed, but only if you'll be real good.
Fire in the hole!
Start tomorrow. Because especially right now there is a lot of maintenance anything third party. You take a very high risk of getting some kind of malware, which is software designed to also it will maliciously destroy your computer and yeah, that's just it sucks. I estimate that my computer's like really a lot faster. But I'm not saying whatever you find that's published by Microsoft or nothing goes to somebody that is 100%. Yeah, it's like somebody we know. It might not even be the Microsoft software that does it. It might just be whoever puts it up on the website for download. Yeah. Well, later or whatever, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of thinking it's going up, but later I'll have to check. call about my band here, man. On Pat Dick Talk. Alright, so, but right now, let's see, I don't think, I just learned this playthrough that your stash was okay, let's go back the body right there. Straight down the bolt. Lot 2, socket to a monster weapon or wait a second. What did I want to do this to? I do want to do it. Oh my oh boy. What? Okay. Go. Okay. About pretty much. There we go, the spot we had found. Oh, I didn't say I got to. Oh, all right.
Fire in the hole! Stay dead!
It's okay. What, what's going on? Expanding anymore? Oh, what kind of other like repair stuff? I was getting ready to say, I bet you that there's that. I'm sure it's just got unique stuff, man. I'm really, like, I'm stoked about it, too. I'm glad you like it. Good, man. I'm glad I like it. I've been really enjoying this season. My game, too, man. Path to Exile 2 this season's been really good. I've been having a lot of fun. I'm a witch hunter. I'm glad.
Slow him down! More time! Here it comes! Not yet! Need a sec. Horrid insect! Joke on this!
Oh, the very first guy? What? Oh my god. Damn, that's funny that he was the first one. Ultra friends. What is an ultra friend? Ultra friend. All of that. Best. Let's see. What's HQ? Thing, the cyclones.
Fire it now! Not yet!
Did it keep track of everything that's happening?
Face of Faradun. Mind the insane. Shut your mouth, traitor! Slime down!
I need a sec! Need a sec!
we gotta keep the good ones.
You're gonna have battery.
We gotta keep the good ones.
He's got some outlets.
Hey, Bubba's got some.
What do you need a for?
Look, Molly got some right there.
Bloody horrors! Need more time!
Yeah.
Not yet. Fire in the hole! We've backed the wrong rower.
Hey, you like the Bible there for you?
quickly. Think carefully. Well, well, my friend. You are one with the winds.
Boy! Look at that. That was pure luck right there, buddy. Huh? Come here, look on first piece of like epic armor I've got. Legendary armor I've got with this character. 193% increased evasion and energy. 20% less damage taken if you have not been hit recently. Jesus Christ. And
Farewell.
Do I?
Cool winds. Choose or do not. I trust you appreciate that. One night.
What? Here we are. I will tell your tale.
Quickly. Be brave. Make a choice. That is something. I will take this. Farewell.
Give no quarter!
This war ends today, one way or another. Give it up! Breathe this in!
Gotta be a soft audience.
Give it up!
Okay.
Oh yeah!
Give no quarter!
This war ends today, one way or another.
Lamb cold ice cream.
Not yet! Breathe this in! Need more time! That's of history.
What the hell?
Slow him down! Barrel of dog!
You again. The fool under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is? No matter. You'll find my king far more capable than Count Geonor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The second door. Bow before your king.
The Medicats do not bow. We stand there.
Not yet!
Submit. You are finished.
The era of the Farragut is beginning. The Farragut is now. For my people, the manifest will pay.
More time! Here it comes! Oh yeah! Need more time.
For my people.
Need a sec. Need more time. Need more time.
The manifest will pay.
None.
For my people.
Need a sec.
The Farragut is now. The manifest will pay.
We're running out of time. End this. What are
I
you
will
doing?
hold this oppressor at bay. I don't have time for this. Stand! Bend to my will. Impede my enemies. the winds! We will blot out the sun!
Fire in the hole! Not yet!
Into dust! Take our hate!
Oh man, that's a bummer right there. Oh, I don't think I'm about it anyway.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless to every single one of you. So we have a big breaking news for structural damage or injury. So we still wait.
Trump fumes at Netanyahu. You're fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me.
I wanted the word cuppa, as in cup of tea, I thought would be great to mix with hug. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm taking it, I'm trademarking it, I'm going with it. Hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the owner of Cuppa Pug. We are not a traditional...
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless to every single one of you. So we have a big breaking news coming out. Earthquake warnings flash across 2 U.S. states as multiple earthquake rock the West Coast. I want to show you something really quick here. Look at this, guys. All these earthquakes happening right now. 5.7, and this struck near the Cascadia subduction zone. Here's another one. You got a 4.5, you got a 5.1. So this this region here, the West Coast, is shaking. Now experts are warning of aftershock. Now it's very important that many out there in the West Coast, millions, to prepare. Now the scientists in USGS has been talking about an overdue big one. All right, so we're gonna see what's going on with this news. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. It says here multiple strong earthquake off the west coast have sent shock waves across 2 states on Wednesday morning. It says here 3 were detected less than 100 miles from the coast of California and Oregon, all setting off emergency alert signals in the area. Wow. The first alerts were sent out after the United States Geological Survey detected a magnitude 5.7 earthquake in the Pacific Ocean at 6:53 a.m. Eastern Time. Man, so people got the emergency text alert. 3 were detected less than 100 miles from the coast of California and Oregon, all setting off emergency alert signals in the area. The first alert was sent out to the USGS detected magnitude 5.7 earthquake in the Pacific Ocean at 6:53 a.m. Eastern Time. I think they put that twice. That's strange. All right, so it says here, the Seaquake's epicenter was roughly 100 miles from the West Coast, with a resident in both states reporting shaking as large tremors struck the shore. Now, multiple coastal communities from Eureka, California to Reedsport, Oregon, about 240 miles north, felt the tremor. That seismic event was followed by a magnitude 5.1 earthquake at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time. It struck just 55 miles from Eureka, a city of more than 25,000 people in the northern part of the state. Now, the third quake, this one registering at 4.5 in magnitude, erupted in the Pacific in the exact same spot as the second quake did 26 minutes later. California Governor Office of Emergency Services warned earthquakes are unpredictable, so be prepared for aftershock. Drop, cover, hold on. Wow. So be prepared for aftershocks. That 5.7 was not too far from the Cascadia subduction zone. That's very alarming. Very alarming.
We'll get back that one.
The United States Geological Survey confirmed that its Shake Alert earthquake early warning system was activated by the quake, sending out automatic warnings to thousands of people's phones and digital devices. Officials noted that no tsunami warning have been issued despite the proximity to the West Coast. USGS has noted that there is a nearly 60% chance of another quake stronger than 3.0 striking the West Coast within the next 24 hours. The area under and near Eureka is one of the most seismically active regions in the continental United States. The city sits near the Mendocino Triple Junction, a point where three tectonic plates, the Pacific, Juan de Fuca, and North American, all meet under the Earth's surface. This crowded zone frequently produces earthquakes as the plates slide past each other and get stuck, causing seismic stress. Now, geologists have estimated that this region has accounted for roughly 25% of all the seismic energy released in California over the last 5 decades. Now, Thursday trio of sizable earthquake also took place near the dangerous Cascadia subduction zone, a nearly 700-mile long fault line of the west coast of North America. There's going to be a day that all this region is going to just break off. I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime, possibly in our young ones' lifetime, but eventually all this here will be cracked open and it's just going to be catastrophic. Scientists have long warned that the zone is overdue for a catastrophic event, with many nicknaming it the sleeping giant. They're using my code words. See, the sleeping giant, the way I see it, the sleeping giant is the U.S. When you hit the U.S., this U.S. is going to wake up. The sleeping giant is going to wake up. But this story here, it should be called the big one. I don't know why they call it the sleeping giant. All right, so it says here, simulation have shown that the fault is capable of a magnitude 9 point. Oh my goodness, that would be bad. That would impact most of the Pacific Northwest, including major cities such as Seattle and Portland. Those two regions, I hate to say it, those two regions is just an abomination. There's so much lawlessness in those regions. An April 2025 study found that a colossal earthquake along the Cascadia subduction zone was almost assured to take place by 2100. With a 37% chance it will happen at any point over the next 50 years. If an earthquake between 8.0 and 9.0 in magnitude struck today, scientists have predicted that the shockwave could produce a 100-foot tall mega tsunami, which will wipe out most of the nearby coastline. Map shows 2 earthquakes over 5.0 magnitude strike California coast. Let's see what's going on with this one here. Advertisements. Make this a little smaller so you guys have a better view. There we go. A cluster of offshore earthquake including 2 magnitude 5.0 or stronger tremors struck in the Pacific Ocean off the northern California coast early Wednesday, according to the United States Geological Survey. The string of moderate earthquake occurred within hours along a seismically active stretch near the California-Oregon border, raising concerns in coastal communities already on alert following a stronger magnitude 5.7 quake off the Oregon coast earlier in the morning. The United States data shows only a few reports that residents in the area felt the earthquake and no damage has been reported. So a magnitude 5.7 struck off the Oregon coast earlier in the morning, about 100 miles west-southwest of Pistol River, according to the data from USGS. Then a magnitude 5.1 earthquake struck about 40 miles or 64 kilometers west of Petrolia, California, at a very shallow depth of roughly 12 miles or 633.6 feet. That quake was followed by another measuring 4.5 magnitude and a 2.8 magnitude in the same location. A smaller 1.8 magnitude earthquake was also recorded nearby, about 11 miles west of Petrolia, according to the data. Because the earthquakes were shallow, they had greater potential to be felt along the coast. The initial report indicated limited impacts. Officials said no tsunami warning or threat was issued, and there was no immediate reports of major damage or injuries. Now, again, they are warning that there will be some aftershock, many aftershock, possibly dozens of smaller earthquakes. There have been a series of smaller earthquakes throughout California in recent days, with a total of 82 quakes measured by USGS. Man, that's a lot. In Northern California, at least 35 earthquakes ranging in magnitude from 0.03 to 3.6 have been recorded, mostly clustered north of Santa Rosa near Mercuryville, which has seen significant activity in recent months. Additionally, 47 small earthquakes ranging in magnitude from 0.3 to 2.5 were measured by the United States Geological Survey as far north as Parkfield and as far south as Imperial in Southern California. So why are earthquakes common in California? Well, we're gonna skip that one there. Okay, so let me take you on X really quick here. Warning across U.S. states as multiple earthquake rock West Coast. So there's some warnings being put out right now in the West Coast.
With Base 44, a simple sentence becomes your website.
page after page, ready for business. Plug in what you need, connect payments, sync calendars, and voila, watch notifications fly in. Sales, bookings, the good kind of noise. Edit, well, everything. Drop in motion libraries. Give your site more life, from header to footer. Every click tracked, every action visible. Connect your domain, so it's officially yours. And as you go bigger, your site does too. Build what's in your head. Base 44.
Look, this is the easiest consent banner I have ever set up on a website. We are talking under 10 minutes, no code, and it's free for small businesses. It's called CookieBot by User-Centrics, and it is used on over 2.4 million websites. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what it does, walk you through the setup, and show you what it looks like to have it live on your site. Also, I am gonna break down pricing because there is a free plan that covers most small websites right out of the gate. Now, I have helped build and launch over 300 websites, and cookie consent management is a complex step in the launch process. However, CookieBot makes this ridiculously easy. Now, one thing I didn't expect is how directly this ties into your Google Ads performance. There is a reason now that Google requires this, and once you see how important that connection is, it is going to make a lot more sense why this should matter for your business. Now, before we dive in, I have partnered with the brand on this video. If you click that first link down below in the description, you will get a free 14-day trial on any plan. That means you can test out the software, get the cookie banner live on your website with no risk. And as I mentioned, they do have a robust free plan if your site is smaller, and I'll explain more about that in a moment. So let's talk about what this actually is. CookieBot is what is called a consent management platform, or CMP. The company behind it is User-Centrics, which has been doing this, building privacy compliance software since 2012 and is one of the biggest names in the space. Here's what it does at a basic level. When someone visits your website, you are almost certainly using cookies, small pieces of data that track user behavior, run analytics, and help with your marketing. And privacy laws around the world, like GDPR in Europe or CCPA here in California, require that you get user consent for these cookies. CookieBot can manage all of this for you, and the best part is, once it's set up, it's automatic. And you have probably seen one of their cookie banners before with the millions of sites that already use CookieBot. And this is not just a legal requirement, this actually matters in a very practical way. If you run Google Ads or Google Analytics 4, Google requires that you implement a certified CMP. Without it, you are flying blind on critical features with your marketing. And thankfully, CookieBot is certified, so it is going to handle the Google Consent Mode integration for you. Now, let me walk you through the features that are actually going to matter to you as a business owner. Now, the first one is the most complex, but the most important. CookieBot will automatically scan your website, identify all the cookies and trackers in use, categorize them, and then block any non-essential ones until your user gives consent. And this matters because your site will not be compliant unless it does all of these really well. Plus, it automatically updates when your site changes or when regulations change. This is going to save you a ton of time and make sure that your website always stays compliant. Next, the look and feel of the banner is fully customizable. You could adjust the styling, choose the layout, set the language, and configure it for different privacy laws in different regions, which is also important if you serve different audiences that speak different languages. CookieBot supports over 47 languages and has geo-targeting built in automatically. This means that you could show different banners to different visitors from different countries without any extra work. For example, if your visitor is in the EU, they will get a GDPR compliant banner, or if they're in California, they're gonna get a CCPA compliant one with no extra work from your end. Now, beyond the fact that this is already Google Consent Mode V2 certified, it also also supports Microsoft UET consent mode and Microsoft Clarity consent mode. So if you are running ads across Google or Microsoft, both are covered. It also integrates with Google Tag Manager and plugs directly into major website builders and has plugins already built for WordPress and Wix. So in other words, Cookiebot works on any website. Finally, let's talk about your analytics. Inside the dashboard, there is a ton of information that is going to be valuable for your website. You get opt-in and opt-out rate data. You could actually see what percentage of your visitors are accepting cookies, broken down by category. All of this is directly actionable. So for example, if your opt-in rate is low, you could adjust your banner design or copy and test it. Higher opt-in rates means more consented data coming back into your marketing tools. And that's not just a compliance feature, that is a marketing feature as well. Alright, let me show you exactly what this looks like. If you go to cookiebot.com, you can sign up for a free account directly on their homepage. Plus, there is no credit card needed to get started. Once you're in, the onboarding process walks you through 3 steps. You add in your website domain, choose your banner style, and then grab the code snippet. That is the main setup. Now, the dashboard is clean and straightforward. You have your consent statistics front and center, opt-ins and opt-outs broken down by consent category. You can also see your scan results, meaning which cookies and trackers Cookiebot found on your site, and you have banner configuration options right there as well. One of my favorite features is the privacy trigger, which you can see on my screen right now, is an option that you could toggle on or off and allows you to have an additional access point to your cookie settings for every user. This is a small trigger that you can customize and design that you could have on your website to make it easy for your users to check or update their consent easily. You could change the color, the position, the distance, and also the theme. Plus, you could apply as much regulation as you need to your cookie consent banner depending on different laws and jurisdictions. Take a look at my screen and you can see a lot of different options that are available. Now diving in, when you get into the banner settings, this is where you could customize everything. Layout, color, button text, and which legislation framework you want to use. And I want to point something out here. When you're configuring your buttons, Cookiebot recommends giving users a genuine balanced choice, meaning you're not making the accept button bigger or more prominent than others. And that is
Hey, Grandma. How you doing? Doing okay? Oh, really? Okay. Well, I was hoping it'd be better after you talked to her and everything. Well, damn. Well, you want me to come get you and come hang out with us tonight? Yeah. I hope so. If you don't, man, I'll come get you. You come stay with us. That might help you come stay with us every once in a while, too. Okay, yeah. There was, quite a few. There was like a few people in there that whole time watching. Let me see what my, well, on YouTube I had, yeah, but it's not accurate sometimes, or not sometimes, all the time. Let me see what it says right here. On YouTube it had, where's that? Yeah, boop. Yeah, 24. Yeah, on X, yeah. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Can you get a picture of that? Let's send to Grandma. Tippy, I looked in the living room. Tippy told me to look in the living room, and baby Fat was in there to cuddle up with Lana. Sitting with Lana. Yeah, folks, if you get a picture, see if you stick it to you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she said, there you go. You can send it to me. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, damn, that's all right. Y'all tell me you got it still over there. Well, that's all right. We'll
It'll be good. It'll still be good by the time we get back.
yeah, it'll be good by the time we get back over there. We'll come back. Thanks. Yeah, we'll make sure we get back over there. Yeah, you said you sent that picture, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sent messenger. Look cute, ain't it? Oh, yeah. They sure did have a good time. Yeah, they. Oh, what's your second one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I know it's wild. Yeah, they didn't want to leave after that was fake. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That would be fun. Yeah, another thing, people love that. Another thing that I keep saying too, is, we'll come over next time, we'll bring the stuff and we'll make bread. We got all the stuff to do it. We got yeast and everything. Yeah, well, hopefully, man, I hope you get to, hopefully get feeling a little bit better. Hopefully that time go away and get to feel better for the next couple of days. No, we haven't cut it yet. No, we haven't cut it. Yeah, exactly. They have been. They have been like a couple weeks past. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. I don't think we've already had. We ain't a sheep going on, right? Well, no, yeah, no, I'll tell you wrong. We do, because I remember Tiffany, we actually did eat every bit of the last couple of watermelons we had yet, but I think we ate every bit of the last couple of watermelons we had up dropped it's the shit out of it. Right, yeah. Yep, ready to go. Over. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, damn. But I man, that's what I said. Wait. I love Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully, like I said, if it gets any kind of worse, then we should probably take it before it gets the way it was before, you know. I know, but well, I do too. But I feel pretty. I mean, like I said, I feel pretty confident that that's what treated it before. Yeah, well, yeah, that's. See, you shouldn't have to be worrying about shit like that either, you know. Yeah, you need to. Well, you got that other qualify, so you apparently need to take off. So yeah, that's one of the big reasons I get you have to see somebody else. You're not even a doctor. Yeah. What you don't want, it still wouldn't hurt. It still wouldn't hurt to have. No doubt, it's damn best thing. Stereo, think somebody that, because then they always want to get shit. Yeah, very good. Oh, yeah, that is. I get my phone off that. Yeah, Grandma, hey, try to get you some rest at that time. Yeah, a little bit better, but they don't hit things. Oh, it's needing things, so they'll see the other end now. But yeah, you said me out, call me in the morning. If I ain't heard from you, I'll call you. When I get up. All right, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep there for a little bit. I'll watch TV, see catch up on stuff here, and I'll send you. I'll send you. Well, I'll see it behind it, but I just call me if you need things, and I'll talk to you in the morning. Okay, Grandma. Well, good deal there. Like I said, don't get that car. We love you. All right, good night, Grandma. That is out. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Everybody's been doing a lot better.
Yep. Oh, nice. Uh-huh. In memory of LGBT History Month, solemn.
Minha própria casa.
Oh shit. Influencer who recorded alleged UFO despairs after black cars surround his house. I don't know what happened to me.
Medo, sério. E tem gente que diz que é mentira ainda, que eu inventei. Gente, eu não sei o que vão fazer comigo. Eu tive que ligar pros meus pais virem pra cá pra me proteger.
If you've seen my previous video, you probably know what this is about. I kind of take the last video and pass it a few more things and kind of take things to the next level with reputation. And yeah, so this skill is absolutely broken. It kind of fixes defense on any sort of squishy build, like forget about dying. And as long as you have this permanently up, you can use the skill. Next up, I want to talk on how to actually scale this to
With Framer, you don't need to know how to code. You just need to know what good looks like. It all happens here on the Framer canvas.
So I can't help but feel, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I can't help but feel that something weird is happening. Something skewed is taking place when it comes to these men popping in and out of these sewers over in New York City. When this story first broke out, this is what the residents were told by the investigators.
About 7 men climbed into the manhole on McDonald Avenue in Collin Place. They spent 3 hours in the sewer and emerged at 2 a.m.
They get out, they get in a car, they drive away.
Neighbors were alerted when investigators showed up Friday to canvass the area. They were told not to worry.
They climbed in the manholes, they searched, they went up and down the block, and lo and behold, they tell us they dropped their keys. I don't believe anyone dropped keys.
So the investigators told the residents nothing to worry about, no big deal, these men were just looking for their keys. And in order to get that information, one would think that the investigators had spoken to these men, and even if that was the case, opening up a sewer in New York to look for your keys is still considered a crime. And he wasn't the only resident to say this. There was a couple other residents that came forward to the news that said that they were told by investigators that these men were looking for their lost keys. Well, flash forward a few days later, these men are still listed as mysterious men by authorities, even though they had supposedly spoken to them, and now the story has changed. These mysterious men are now treasure hunters looking for treasure in the sewers of New York. Senior law enforcement at the very trustworthy NYPD had said that this is the primary theory that they are pursuing, that this group were scouring the system for valuables that get into the sewage. Okay, whatever, but it has come out that back in May, somebody caught video footage of a group of men also going down a sewer, this time over in Astoria, Queens, New York.
I saw this happen in front of my shop. That's when we actually released the video and we saw, it was going on in multiple areas.
Video of a group of people climbing down into the sewer system in New York City. This is new video of another manhole break-in. This is in Astoria, Queens. Now, last Friday, we told you about 2 other similar scenes in Brooklyn. Law enforcement sources say it doesn't appear to be nefarious, but still no clear answer on what's happening underground.
Again, the NYPD tells us nothing nefarious is going on, but wouldn't it be nice to get these men and talk to them and find out what's actually happening, arrest them, given the fact that going down a sewer in New York for any reason whatsoever is indeed considered illegal, which is kind of odd given the fact that you can clearly see this man right here in the front on camera. Yeah, we cannot really make out his facial features, but here's the thing, New York is one of those states that heavily uses something known as Gotham, an AI surveillance application that was created by Palantir. Gotham is supposedly so powerful that it can recognize people even if their faces are blurred out or it's grainy. Even if they're hiding their face, they're wearing a mask, Gotham supposedly, from what we're being told, can still identify and recognize people. So what's going on here? And I'm sure these individuals were caught on other cameras as well, not just the store owner's camera, going down the sewer, and yet we have still not heard anything about these men. Now, I don't know what these men are really doing. Could they be looking for treasure? Probably not. Some people will buy that story, but it is what it is. The police make it sound like it's a reoccurring thing they capture on camera quite frequently, but the only other news story outside of 2025 of something like this goes back 10 years to
Today we'll be diving into the Path of Exile 2 leaderboards in 0.5 and taking a look at the top builds for every class so far. We'll be explaining how and why these builds are so strong with links to the rank 1 players' PoE Ninja profiles for their exact setups, as well as linking relevant guides from other content creators to help get you started. With the idea being you'll have the best of both worlds between the rank 1 builds to build towards and guides with much more information to get you going. Just before we start though, the footage shown throughout the video is not of those rank 1 players themselves, as the majority, if not all of them, are not streamers or content creators. So instead, we've selected footage from the guides we'll also be providing so you can get a realistic look at how these builds play at a reasonable investment level. Don't forget too that these leaderboards are always changing, so the rankings and placements will likely change depending on when you view this video. Let's get into it then, and in first place for the entire league we have Good Nerfing leading the pack with his Shield Wall Titan, proving that despite the nerfs we saw going into 0.5, Shield Wall remains as one of the go-to picks for comfort, fast clear speeds and reliability. Even though Titan and Smith have a combined 3% play rate for this league, they actually make up 4 out of the 8 top players in the overall rankings. Now for those unfamiliar with how Shield Wall functions, the core of the playstyle in 0.5 is to empower yourself using your war cries such as Infernal Cry, casting Shield Wall into a group of enemies, and then exploding it with your shield charge to combine clearing with insane mobility. While the Titan Ascendancy is preferred thanks to the Hulking Form Ascendancy passive giving you extra AoE and damage, top players have also found success with Smith of Kitava, with the rank 4 overall player being a Smith Shield Wall player, so you can expect to find success no matter which Ascendancy you decide to go for. In the description, we'll be linking both the rank 1 player's leaderboard profile as well as a guide to get you started on the warrior using the Smith of Katava by Lundberger, who uses options much more budget friendly and power investment options like the Arn Citadel lineage support gem in combination with Calm's Madness for huge AoE clears without needing the budget of a rank 1 player. In second place in the overall rankings, we have Resurrected Aura God on Twister Monk. Now the footage you'll be seeing in the background is from Huntress Twisters, because Resurrected Aura God is the only current Monk player playing Twisters in a sea of Flickerstep players. So getting footage for a Twister Monk build was much easier said than done, so we've had to settle with this as the gameplay is comparable. With that out of the way though, let's quickly talk about this build, because on paper, it just makes so much sense. Martial Artist is one of the strongest ascendancies in 0.5, and Twisters is one of the strongest skills in the league, so it's a match made in heaven. This rank 1 build in particular leverages some really powerful uniques to take the build to the next level, with the Skyline Silver Spear being a staple on all the Twister builds for its insane attack speed to quickly stack Twisters. But he pushes the speed even further by using the Corsair cap to generate Tailwind, which is a buff that grants stacking movement speed, skill speed, and evasion. Then there's also the Onslaught effect from the gloves from the Way of the Stone Fist Ascendancy node for incredible mobility to make map clearing a breeze. The last of the powerful uniques comes in the second weapon slot, where they use the Ordained Grand Spear for maximum Twister damage. Now because this build uses so many high-end uniques that really takes a full min-max build approach to fully get online, we'll be including a Twister Monk build guide by Guy That Dies that is tailored towards an early game leveling setup. So this will allow you to have something to get started with and work up towards this amazing build and its insanely high ceiling. Rounding off the big three in 0.5, we have the Ice Shot Deadeye build that has been absolutely blasting at every single investment level. One of the things that has pushed this build to the extreme is the use of the Mirage Deadeye Ascendancy to double up on the Ice Shot's clear speed. This Ascendancy skill allows the player to summon a temporary Mirage Archer when you fire a projectile, in this case, Ice Shot, that will fire out whatever skill you have socketed in it. So by putting another Ice Shot in there, it makes for some absolutely crazy clear speeds. The rank 1 player doesn't stop there though, as they even add the Mirage Archer Spirit Gem on top of it that has the same effect but triggered on a dodge roll. So between the two Mirage Archers and yourself, you can have 3 characters firing out screen clearing ice shots in every single direction for some of the most fun gameplay you can find in this league. And of course we have to talk about the Snipe skill, which is the boss killer of this build. Snipe is a channeled ability with a perfect timing window that gains an extreme damage bonus against frozen targets. And due to the fact that we have 3 Mirage Archers spamming ice shots to instantly freeze bosses, you can have a comfortable window to channel your Snipe and instantly kill anything in your way. As a planner for you to follow, we'll include Fubgun's Ice Shot Deadeye leveling build in the description to get you started.
Feral Asmirian, expelled from your mountain, you are wild at heart and wild of mind. Oh, how the glory of the Asmiri has faded. I sentence you to death. Say your piece. The Asmirian escape!
That were a lucky break, so to speak. by the first ones. You're alive. I'm glad to see another living soul.
You look on.
Now, I would appreciate it if you could. Reach Clearfell. Find the miller.
The wrath in here is stronger than I dared imagine. Bring it on! One step further from home. I swore I'd never wield one of these again. Going back now. Take this! The Eye of the Storm! So this is the sickness I was warned about. friend weren't here to see what you've become.
Please come inside.
What a sorry sight. Spirit watch over this lot.
Renly's the name. There's a beast of particular. Now, if you could chant. Go well.
Looks to be a decent sort, that one.
Welcome to the camp of all. I fear this. Bye.
A woman?
I like to hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye? Another for my collection. Thank you. Another for my collection.
I figured out.
Look out!
Hey, come here. Oh, cool. So looky here. Look. Okay. Down here too. Okay, 40. Now look. Got the shit here. Okay, look. Right. Got this T plus A. Okay. That T plus A is enter 40. Okay. Now look at this. Look, record microphone. Don't turn it on. Alright, that way. You ever had a star in A plus A? Yeah.
Always someone in need of rescuing, isn't there?
Thanks for the help. Names speaking of, let's investigate that remnant. Ah, but look here. was impressive. Now, Salvez,
Well,
help me seek out more. Good on.
time to find bigger game.
This war ends today, one way or another.
The Sigma of the Artura. Bow before your king.
The Medicus must bow. We skin them.
The Baltics will pay. We will have what is ours.
Submit to our finish.
Justice.
Not yet.
The Baltics will pay for my people.
Glorious. Give no quarter!
This war ends.
No.
Atlas! Atlas!
You dare to kill me! You dare to kill me!
The what?
Give no quarter!
This war